This has just arrived, literally just arrived. Came in a sort of plastic envelope. Got it off eBay. Supposed to be 64 gig. Oh, that's my printer finishing off. Just print apart while I'm doing other stuff. So let me get this opened a bit. And I'm going to do a test on it with some software. Says SanDisk, if it's genuine, are quite good make. They say there's ways of recognising, you know, look at the quality of the print and such like. The print looks okay to me. So it's suggesting cut along this dashed line. That's what it's suggesting. Some of these packets, honest, I think they cover, you know, they should supply a free acetylene torch with them. Especially some of the bubble wraps. I've got these folding scissors which I had a long time. They can fold up. So let me cut it along the top here. See if I can get it out when I've done that. Can I? Yes, I can separate these two parts just about. Just let me zoom out a little bit. Bit hard to do. That's come off. Don't want to lose this. It's very small. Micro SD, I think it's known as. Is that in another layer? I think it is. Yes, it looks like it. So I expected that to come out of there, but it's got almost in another bubble wrap. I don't think that can be separated. It's got, looks like a corner mark on here. I don't know how well you can see it. Is it possible to peel that apart? Doesn't seem to be. I'm folding that up and it seems to be like rippling a bit, as if that is another cover there. Lift this back on. I'm just going to I see. So I've just put the point of the scissors through there and it's gone through very easy, so that's very thin. That plastic coating on there. Now there's a 99% chance this is going to end up on the floor because of the way they've packed it. Let me push that out. It's still sticking in there somehow. What a nuisance. Why do they do it like this? Don't want to bend it. Let me bend this at last. So there we are, tiny things. It does say 64 gig there. And some of the other classes. Don't know if you can see that writing on there. I can't. I think I've got it upside down. I'll try and zoom in on all this. So, right. What I've got is this adapter. This will take micro SDs, which this is. Go into there. Make sure you put it in the right way, going all the way. And this is from Poundland. It can plug in a USB. Very good, very useful. Pop that in here. Am I putting it in the right way around? Thought it was. Doesn't seem to want to go in. What's wrong with this? That's it. It's gone in now. I'm going to plug this in my computer. I'll go on the computer and I'll show you what happens just now. So it has an LED on here, which indicates use. Well, here I am on the computer. I'm about to plug it in just now. Let's plug it in. The light comes on and you can hear the normal ping pong. Removable disk H. Let's open up this here, might as well. Let me click on properties. Oops, sorry. So initial. Now they can fake the size. So that's correct. Use space. Why has it got 300 and odd K? Use space. That's a shock to me. First thing I'm going to do is format this. Oops, so I'm going to write. Just a second, my keyboard's getting in the way here. Right click on that. Format. 64 gigs, so I'm going to put 64 GB SD card as the label there. I'm going to do a slow format just because I want to. All will be erased. Now this is supposed to be class 10, I believe. UHS-I card for HD videos. Speed up to 80 megabytes per second. 533x 64 gig. That's what all the bump says. Oh yes, when we're talking about storage, it's not like memory RAM storage where it's 1024 bytes. It's 1000 bytes basically. Right, this is going to take a few minutes, so I'll pause the video and I'll come back if I try and catch this when it's almost finished if I can, okay? Right, it's just finished formatting. I missed as it finished it off there. It's saying 59.4 gigabytes up there. Let's go back on. Let's change the label name on the SD card. Go to properties again. So it's still saying use space 384 kilobytes. That's a bit worrying. What's this use space? Right, I'm going to find my test software. Well, not mine, somebody else wrote it. It's on the, I can't remember on the USB. Let's try that. No, it's on the hard drives. SD memory card test. So it's H2testw 1.4. So that, and you've got German and English. So set English, set target, H, OK. Write and verify. I'm going to select that. You can select just parts of it, all of it. Available space, 60,000 megabytes. Not find all levels, blah, 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 blah. So small amount is reserved. That's probably the 300K, whatever. Warning, only this amount tested. So it's writing. Presumably it's going to write quite a bit of data, and it's going to read that back and confirm whether or not it's remembered that data. It's because I've got a verifying box up there. Let you watch this a few more seconds. This is a USB 3 port, but it does have a USB 2 adapter on it, which I showed you earlier from Poundland. So that might slow it down. Let me move this box a little bit out the way So you can see that other box as well. Nothing much happening in the other box anyway. Let's put that back over. Let me use my calculator while I'm waiting a bit. Six, or I should be able to do this in my head actually. Or 74, take away 608, 73, 73 equals 1 megabyte. Yes, it is. It's 1 megabyte. That's not going to do or something. But that's not the same as a 300. Let's actually have a look at this. Can we see what's on this drive? So we've got some files here actually on the drive. So obviously it is writing to the drive. I'll pause the video and I'll try and come back somewhere near the end of this and we'll see what it says. Well, as you can see, it's still in the early stages. I just wanted to talk about speed. I am using a USB 3 port with that like adapter I showed you. So that will probably slow it down. I can't give you a definite time on how long it took to format, about 3/4 of an hour. And this is probably, I would estimate this is probably going to take about an hour to do this. Now, I don't know if that's just writing or verifying. Well, I mean, you know, writing might take an hour and verifying might take 1.5 hours, say. So altogether, it's going to be 2.5 hours. So it's not exactly fast. I mean, the bar graph is moving. I'll just pause this, and as I say, I'll come back when I'll try and get when it's near the end. So you can see it's up to here. Now, I'm not sure if this bar graph is like of a total of writing and verifying or just of the writing part. I thought we'll have a look at one of these files. I'll just pick 1K, 1 gigabyte each. Select the program. Not notepad. Pilot edit. I like that. That can handle really big files. Now it takes a bit to open up this. We see. Taking quite a bit of time actually. Here's a look at this file. Oh yes, I thought my computer had frozen up. And see, it's pretty much all gibberish, but that's what it looks like. I'll close this because, as you see, it has come back with an error. That's probably because this file here, yes, 13.h2w is open. Let me close this. Will it continue on if I close this? Oh, that's because I'm uploading a couple of files. And I'm doing some editing of my program. Not and continue. Let's wait. Or we'll just see some movement there. Or just me move my mouse over it. Notice that does say the time and such like. I had two lots of times. Oh yeah, I see. So it's verifying. So that's gone on to the verifying. That's why it's sort of frozen here. But it does not seem to be continuing. So I'm going to have to start this program again, but seems all right up to that. I'll come back when I've started this program again. There's no sort of continue. I've got refreshed there. It's saying write and verify. So let's have a look. So it's only gone up to 60. Number 60 there. It doesn't say it would go all. Let's try verify. So it looks like I aren't having to actually like do the right part again. That seems to be going quite a bit faster to me. Can't remember what speed it said on the like writing. Let's open up this. So presumably it's reading these files back in. It knows what they should be. But it's implying there that it's only gone up to 60 gig, because each of these is a gig. Oh, well, that last one there is shorter than a gig, look. It's only about half a gig. So you could say it's 59.5 gig. That's a file I had open. That's why it wouldn't verify, because I had it open in another, in pilot edit. So that's why it came back with that error. It's not a problem with the memory card. It's a problem just that I had the file open. And this bar graph certainly does, it appears to me that it is going quicker. Right, I'll pause this and I'll come back when it's finished. Unless something else crops up. Well, there we are, 40 odd seconds ago. So it's coming to the end. This is after it got sort of stuck and I pressed refresh, I think, and then it's pressed verify. So even though it got stuck, it can pick up verifying. Let's see what the files haven't changed, so it doesn't seem to have deleted the files, which I thought it might do after it's verified. I don't know if it's going to give an option to do that 8 seconds to go. Warning, only such and such or such and such, so 1 megabyte can't be tested. Test finished without errors. Writing speed 19.2 megabytes per second. Now it does say 80 megabytes per second on the card, but I am doing this through the USB 2 port basically. Well, it's a USB 3 port, but it's a USB 2 adapter on it. Now I can copy that to the clipboard. I'm not going to. So it's suggesting it's took over, well, near enough an hour to do. Although, no. Has it done anything with these files? No, not yet it hasn't. Let's press OK. So presumably I could verify again. Now we can do an endless verify as well. Well, presumably it'll keep verifying every so often. I'll put a link onto this and a link to another video about this software, which seems pretty good. Existing test data, such and such and such and such. Right, well, I'm going to delete all these. Let's see. 60 items, yep. Gone. And I'm going to do a further test by actually copying some real life files. I'm not sure how big these are, but there's various files in here. I'm going to paste those files onto the SD card. Let's click more details. Now that seems to be good. Well, initially, don't know. Oh, that's items remaining. So that's about 60 odd gig there. Suggested. 17.9 megabytes per second. Very slow. As I say, it is over USB 2. I would class this as. About 1 hour remaining. Now, that's all estimated. Expect it to be quicker than that. I'm not going to give a definite time of this. I'll pause this and I'll come back and I'll try and open at least one or two of these files just to make sure. Well, time remaining is about 40 minutes. Items remaining almost 40 gig. 17.2 megabytes per second. Okay, I think it should have done this file. Now let's have a look at it, see if it plays. Yes. Turn up the volume. Right, I'm going to talk a bit about that. Online. Let's skip forward a bit. It goes in there, so skip forward a bit more. Any other plastics is a bit. Skip forward a bit more. Increase the number of. Skip forward a bit more. It's the end of the video. Arms will be a little bit thinner. Any other quite well. I mean, I can put quite a lot of force on it. This bottom part of this. Back a bit. So to save time of printing all of it out, I just printed out the bottom part. I've thinned out the arms, basically. Yes, that seems to work all right. So it seems to be copying the file all right. What I was going to say is one thing about copying 40, was it 60 odd files? Well, 59 and a half, I think I remember right. Is that each of those files is different. One trick they tend to use if they're doing fake cards is copy the same file over the top of another file. So say if you had 40 gig, 4 gig SD card, it would fill that, and it would then, if you had a bigger file, it would copy over the top of that and rewrite over it, and that would obviously damage the file. But it seems to be copying those okay. This is a doc, like a Word document. Yep, got that all right. No problems there. Just skip through these. Okay. So that seems all right. It seems like the card is working okay. Now see, that's in 3 hours now. I don't believe that for a second, to be honest with you. It's always only an estimate. Let's close this. Should I close it? No, I'll leave that open actually.